had a glove in his pocket, just one and soft. Said it slipped from a train as it rattled off. He smiled like he knew a joke halfway through and said, "Ma'am, I think this belongs to you." I told him no, but he tipped his hat. Said, "Ah, but I'm fond of a woman like that." Then vanished again through the steam and sleet, leaving my pulse 3 skips off beat. He had a glove in his pocket, that's true, and maybe he knew what he meant to do. His coat was too long, his scarf too red, but the grin he wore stayed in my head like a melody stuck on Lexington line. I caught my face in the window glow, blushed at a thought I would never show. The tea in my hand had long gone cold, but my feet felt young and my gaze felt bold. The street lamp blinked like it might have seen a little romance in the air between a stranger's charm and a maybe glance, enough for a girl to risk a dance. A dance. He had a glove in his pocket, no pair, but something in him felt light as air. His voice had rhythm, his boots had beat. He moved like swing on a downtown street. And I still look twice when the wind turns sweet.
Welcome to a very special broadcast of Vintage Echoes Radio. Now settle in, my dear listener. The lights are low, the season is bright, and the music is ready to play.
He always orders lemon pie at noon, takes the corner booth like a book saloon. The waitress grins like she's heard it all, but he tips like spring and stands real tall. He reads the news from the back to front, leaves the sports for last like a quiet stunt. Once I caught him stealing a glance, just enough to make my teacup dance. He always orders lemon pie, it's fate. 1 fork, 1 smile, 1 clean white plate. He hums in tune with the cafe clock. I swear his shoes could start to talk. And I've lingered late more than once or twice. The steam curls sweet from my cup each day. I say I'm waiting, but I never say that maybe I hope he'll nod my way or ask, "Mister, you like pie this way?" The doorbell rings, the bell gives a cry. My heart replies before I try. It's noon again, and yes, oh my, he's here for me or the lemon pie. He always orders lemon pie, no change, routine romance in a cafe range. But today he paused and pulled up a chair, said, "2 forks now, if you dare." And the waitress smiled like she'd planned it that way. He walked me past the newsstand on 3rd and Vine. Said they say snow's late, but I'm right on time. The boy behind smiled like he knew the tale and sold us gum with a wink and a nail. We shared the sidewalk like dancers might. My heel caught once, but he held me right. I said that curb's a scandalous thing. He said it's the walk, not the shoe, that sings. He walked me past the newsstand twice. Said if I circle you, is that precise? His scarf trailed the wind like it liked my coat. I didn't blush, but I missed that note. And the paper boy laughed like we were in print. A pigeon flew up like it knew the cue. He held my hand like old jets do. Said, miss, it's late, I'll be bold instead. Then tipped his hat and turned his head. The smell of ink and roasted chestnut, that's how it felt to meet a friend. In boots too thin, cheeks too red, I still hear his line in my winter head. He walked me past the newsstand door. Said same time next week, maybe one step more. I bought a paper just for show. He waved from a cab like a picture show. And I circled the block just in case, you know. She stirred her coffee clockwise 3 times slow, then tapped the rim like a metronome. Her spoon kept time with the song on the air, and every eye wondered if she'd care. She glanced at the sugar but passed it by. Said sweets for suitors, I'm sweet when I try. Then sipped with a grin that could start a war, and left the whole cafe wanting more. She stirred her coffee clockwise, that's true, like she'd been doing it since 32. With one red nail and a flick of grace, she ruled the room from her quiet place, and the milk just swirled like it liked her too. The waiter forgot what he meant to bring. The radio skipped when she started to sing. Just half a bar and a hum so slight, then back to the spoon in her morning light. I tried it once when I sat alone. Stirred 3 times and tapped like a tone, but the cup stayed still and the air stayed flat. It only works when she's where she's at. She stirred her coffee clockwise, no rush, then smiled like mischief beneath the blush. Her gaze took laps round the sugar tray, while everyone else forgot their day. And I missed my train, but I liked it that way. She clicked through the doorway with peppermint toes. The chatter went quiet wherever she goes. A wink on her lips and a sway in her stride. The boys lost their hats when she fluttered inside. Her voice was a song with a hiccup I lip. She danced like a breeze in a skirt made of silk. I asked for the time, she just smiled and shrugged, and tapped on her wrist with those bright red gloves. She wore red gloves like a secret she kept. Slid past your guard with each giggle she let. like she wasn't all there. Oh, mercy me, how my collar got tugged. I followed her out with a hop in my heel. My voice cracked a note like a clarinet squeal. She said, aren't you bold, with a chuckle so light, then vanished again in the shimmer of night. One glove was dropped at the foot of the stair, still warm from her hand and perfumed with airs. I keep it tucked where I stash my luck and dream of that night when my shoes got stuck. She wore red gloves like a secret she kept, slid past your guard with each giggle she let. Eyes like mischief, lips like a dare, laughed through the room like she wasn't all there. And I haven't worn socks since the moment we hugged. And I haven't worn socks since the moment we hugged. She stepped through the steam of a corner cafe. Her coat swung wide like a Broadway display. A peppermint laugh and she twirled like that. The girl in the gloves and the green wool hat. She asked for a tea with a lemony slice. The fella behind spilled the sugar twice. She winked at the room, then sat down flat, crossing her legs in that green wool hat. The girl with the green wool hat's got charm. She'll lean on your sleeve and twist your arm. She talks like a tune on a radio dial, makes trouble look good with a wink and a smile. And she's gone like steam from a stovetop flat. I caught her glove as it slipped from the chair. Careful, she said, I might vanish from there. She slipped through the door like a warm hello, with snow on her boots and a heel tap glow. I've checked that cafe near every day, hoping she's back in that wool beret. But no one stirs up a crowd like that except the girl in the green wool hat. The girl with the green wool hat's got flair, leaves lipstick ghosts on the cold cafe air. Her laugh makes the coffee pots miss a beat. Her step taps time like a Broadway street. And I'm late to work, but I'm fine with that. She hummed to herself in the soft firelight. The snow tapped the glass like a friend for the night. A ribbon between her small fingers she wound, and fastened it neatly without a sound. The kettle had hissed, but she'd let it rest, too caught in her task to remember the rest. She reached for the box marked with fragile in red, and smiled at a star that once hung over Fred. She hung the ornaments one by one, each with a whisper, each softly done. A paper dove, a silver bell, a pine cone child once made in hotel. And the room glowed back as if it knew. Her dress brushed the tree as she stepped to the side. A glass swan blinked as the firelight died. The cat didn't stir, the clock didn't chime, just the ornaments holding on, quiet with time. She held one globe with a nick on the rim, turned it to show just the unbroken skin, then hung it deep where the shadows hide, like keeping a secret tucked inside. She hung the ornaments one by one, a hush in the air and the evening done, a red glass heart, a string of blue, a handmade bow from 42. And the tree stood still, like it once held two.
She played the same song twice on the parlor set. Said once for the words, once for what you forget. Then swayed by the stove with a jam jar in hand, conducting the horns like a one-girl band. Her apron was folded but nothing was cooking, just cinnamon toast and the way she was looking. She snapped to the rhythm, then made a face like the band had missed her favorite place. She played the same song twice, oh my, then dipped in time like a spoon in pie. Her heel kept beat on the kitchen tile. She caught me watching and held that smile. I stayed for the third, you would too, I'd bet. The jam jar clinked as she gave it a spin. She laughed when it wobbled, then twirled it again. Said some girls jitterbug, some just sway. I let the trumpet show me the way. She played the same song twice, bow. Said if no one's watching I'll play it loud, but everyone peeked through the window cracks. The postman paused with the mail mid-stack. And if you were near, you'd have stayed, no doubt. Snow on the sleeves of my old brown coat, shop windows humming a holiday note, bells in the distance, a streetcar sighs. I slow my steps as the evening goes by. Silk dresses glowing behind the pane, candles pretending the world's the same. I see my face in the frosted shine, and it looks like hope, for a change is mine. I don't need ribbons or silver rings, just this feeling the cold night brings. I hum along to the radio tune, with winter stars and a paper moon. It's a small good thing, but it carries me home.
footsteps tapping in a playful time. I catch myself skipping half the line. Shadows dance where the lamplight stays, like the war's far off for a few kind days. I know tomorrow may ask for more letters and waiting I can't ignore. But tonight my heart can rest a while in a window's glow and a borrowed smile. I don't need ribbons or silver rings, just this feeling the cold night brings. I hum along to the radio tune with winter stars and a paper moon. It's a small good thing, but it carries me home.
The lamp stays lit, though the hour's gone thin. I sit with the quiet and call you in. Your shadow lingers where my hopes have been. I close my eyes and I'm there again. I speak your name like a careful prayer. It drifts through the smoke and the evening air. In every dream you're standing there, close enough but just to stare. When I dream you're near to me, close as a thought I dare to keep. No need for words, you seem to see the part of my heart that still won't sleep. I wake alone, but I still believe. The piano knows where my longing lies. Each tender note tells me why. I never ask for reasons why. I just let the night go by. If dreams are all I'm meant to hold, I'll hold them warm against the cold. Some loves are never bought or sold. They live in dreams and they're their gold. When I dream you're near to me, close as the past I won't release. You take my hand so tenderly, and for a while my heart's at peace. I wake alone, but you're still with me.
So here we are, dear friends. Late December, 1940 style. When the year slows its step and the air carries a little frost and a lot of promise. Outside, windows glow a bit warmer. Footsteps soften on the pavement. And somewhere between yesterday and tomorrow, these echoes find their way back to you once more. Vintage Echoes radio has been playing quietly through our very first holiday season. A small corner of the dial made just for you. Week after week, month after month, you return and that is something truly special. Tonight's music is filled with cheer, gentle swing, and the simple happiness of this time of year. Songs meant for trimming the tree, writing letters, sharing a smile, or simply sitting still while the world feels kind again. Thank you, sincerely, for joining me on this journey across the ages. It means more than words can say that you spend these moments here. If these melodies warm your heart, share them with a friend, gift someone a beautiful memory, or leave a quiet hello below, so I know you were here. Thank you for listening to Vintage Echoes Radio, where time moves slower and memory plays the melody.